What up guys, I'm Tommy and today I'll be showing you my most prized possession. And this prized possession I had since I was 6 or 7, around there. It was given to me by my father as I think a birthday gift. It was one of the first collections, one of the first things that ever came to the store. This thing was actually something that motivated me, helped me question my career. It helped me question my destiny. It's the best way I can put it. That most prized possession is Star Wars Trilogy Collector's Edition on Laserdisc. And you guys know what Laserdisc is? It is a gigantic DVD. It's literally the size of this thing. So I pull it out, for example, one of them. I feel like this is like a rooting the vintage of it, but whatevs. Here we go. So back in the day, this is right after VHS, which was tape, Laserdisc, which is before DVD. And it was, I believe, widescreen. So everything was still 4:3, but widescreen, what they did was they add the black bars in to make it look wide. They call it widescreen. And it'd be Laserdisc. There'd be multiple discs in one movie because they couldn't hold all the data in this giant disc. Now they can hold data in like a little USB drive, you know what I mean? But data was so hard to write onto physical objects that it had to be this big at the time. And Laserdisc didn't last that long. I think it was only, I remember how many years it lasted. Probably like a couple years or so. Like probably two to 4 years, around there. And it was obsolete. After that, DVDs came out and it was just smaller. So these guys went for like 50, 60 bucks at the time. It was one movie. But this is the trilogy pack. It came with all 3 episodes of Star Wars. The reason why Star Wars is my favorite and why I purchased it so much is the reason because this is the series that questioned my interest in movies. They questioned how they were able to shoot, capture exploding things in space, apparently, and have these little characters in costumes, to robots, to everything that didn't really exist to us that we saw in the general population. You know, it was really out there at the time. And it was one of the greatest works that George Lucas put out. It was the original trilogy, the first episode 4, 5, and 6. And the more I researched into this film, the more I fell in love with film itself. This object's always been here for me. It didn't remind me about film, but it's just there now, you know. This doesn't remind me that I pursue it all the time now. I just more of like, I have it. What reminds me now is that I'm here, you know, doing stuff. But at that time, this was definitely a eye-opener for me. So the last time I watched these Laserdisc was when I was probably in high school. I remember I called all my friends over and we said, let's watch Star Wars. They're like, yeah, on DVD. No, on Laserdisc. They're like, what? And so I had to, so we put it in there, and then like every 45 minutes or so I had to change the disc. Each one has like 4 or 5 discs in this shit. It's like, who the fuck, who decides to make, it's inefficient. Like, I have to change fucking sceneries, flip from side A to side B every fucking 45 minutes or every 30 minutes. Like, wow, really? But no, it was Star Wars, so tight, we didn't care at the time. Like, this is so cool, you know, it's Star Wars on Laserdisc. So that's that, you know, no matter how much it was worth it to watch at the time, just because it's Star Wars on Laserdisc, like a novelty now, you know? But now, it's obsolete. No one's gonna use this. It's just an object to have. I think my Laserdisc player doesn't even work anymore, so today I wouldn't track down a workable Laserdisc player. Reason being is that I'm afraid of damaging this, actually. I'm afraid of getting scratched now. I don't want to take it out as much often anymore, just to keep it in its most clearest form. You see these oil fingerprints I gotta clean off. This is probably from hot Cheetos and shit. Not hot Cheetos, like Lay's chips and stuff when we're eating. Very careless with this thing when I was younger. And now I'm trying to be super careful. I just try to restore some of the stains on here. But yeah, I wouldn't, because that would just ruin, I guess, the vintage of this. Is more on that, I just have this now, I just can't play it anymore. But what's the point of having it if you can't play it? It's the emotional attachment. It's more than just that now. It's more on that physical, I have it just to collect and no one can touch it. When I first got this as a gift, I watched this 10 times the first week or so, probably more than that. And I continued watching it throughout my elementary school to high school, middle school, high school, overall probably over 100 times, which is really interesting why I would watch a movie 100 times. Would I ever get the DVD version of the trilogy? I never did. Reason being is because I didn't need that copy. I didn't need to watch the DVD version, the remastered version, the altered version of George Lucas's work to give me that satisfaction. I think the attachment I had to this meant more than just rewatching a movie on DVD, and it's just how I see it. Everybody has their own preference, but to me, I felt like I'm like cheating on it, you know? Like I'm cheating on this with a DVD, even though of course a DVD is no like the very efficient way of watching a movie. Or now online, you know, you can stream movies, you can pay like Netflix to watch stuff. So I would never buy a physical replacement for this. This collector's edition came with a book that George Lucas, a book on George Lucas, that is, and it consists of all his work he did to Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all that stuff is in here. Almost every movie that he worked on, behind the scenes, how things were shot, his breakdown on what he thought about the movie, everything from camera stuff to, oh jeez, you can smell it too. It smells really good. I don't know what it is. That's good. I literally love the design. That TIE fighter and X-Wing right in front. That's all this hologram. It's like a Pokemon card, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's you can see it's slowly falling apart. There's like a little mold building on it, which I feel like I should try to fix it up, but I like that look. I like the old school, he found this in the library behind like nowhere kind of look. Like, where did this come from, you know? One of the mysterious things. And this is it. The good thing that mold building is like it's aging, which is cool. The idea that it's aging over time, that it's grown with me, that it has its battle scars, that this is where it all started for me. This book, this whole collection thing. And we're growing over time. And when I get older, yeah, I'm gonna pass this down to my son or daughter. So growing up, a lot of people around my age, we grew up with the 70s trilogy, the 4, 5, 6. And the new generation now, a generation like the year 2000, like early, like the late 90s. The late 90s fell into the new trilogy, the 1, 2, 3. And now the kids that are born in 2000, oh my God, are now falling for the 6, 7, 8, no, the 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 series. And I'm like, oh man, seeing different generations grow through that, the difference of the taste is amazing, you know? Personally, I don't like 1, 2, 3. They're not bad. I just don't like it, just how it just came to be, the end product, the idea of it, how it's written. It's like, okay, I see, but the overall product was so-so. Even though Disney got rid of all the books, all the comics that got written after episode 6, that saddens me because those are very complex ones. But I hope Disney knows what they're doing, JJ knows what he's doing, and the future directors know what they're doing, and create an awesome new storyline for Star Wars. But this is me. This is where I lay, and I'll grow with this till I die. And my kids will pass this down and show the history of where it came from, where it started, and how it grew and how it evolved. So we know that the remastered version of this movie came out not too long ago. When they first introduced a Laserdisc, or Blu-ray that is, they remastered, made it HD, beefed up the sounds, make it more, cater to more of today's generation. Just to, as I said, remastered. And there's nothing wrong remastering. It sounds more cool, it sounds more realistic. The visuals of the lightsabers look more big than before, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's reasons behind all that, and this is just cater to the generation now. But you can't replace history, you can't remake history, you can't do what was done. And keeping it at its original format and how it is something you can appreciate very much. It's something that no one can tamper with. You shouldn't tamper with it. But you tamper to cater to the preference of the people that want it, that's fine. But for me, I'm the guy who likes the original sounds, the original stuff. It's just history. Now people ask me how much it's gonna cost, this vintage collection. I don't know. Probably like 300, 200, I can't name a price on it. I don't want to look it up either. Probably just $100. Watch me funny. Because no one, who the fuck is gonna own this? Like, who's gonna play? That's why the reason being is that it's gonna cost that low. But I think people will probably mark it up. Reason being is because new Star Wars is coming out, and you can't find much of this anymore. Maybe you could, don't know. But I'm not gonna look it up myself. You guys are probably gonna leave comments below. It's only this much, and kind of ruin my feelings about it. But it's okay. So yeah. Star Wars. I hope you guys enjoyed my most prized possession. If you guys like this video, give it an awesome thumbs up and leave in the comments below what prized possessions you guys have. I want to know. Share it. Is it Star Wars related? Awesome. To check out other prized possession videos by other JKF family members, click right over here.
It's like, it's all about finding that groove. It's that you find that so he's like and you want to match it with like the trumpets. You got the bass guy.